Today we are 18 and a half acres, 22,000 souls rest here.
Since 1852, Oakwood Cemetery has been a final resting place for the who's who of Niagara Falls, sitting on land donated by one of the founding families of the region, the Porters. Today, it's a place where people come to take in the peace, the quiet, and of course, the history.
We have events, we have all kinds of tours here, including our flagship Daredevil tour.
Annette Baumgarten is the president of the Oakwood Cemetery Heritage Foundation, and she says the Daredevil section is one of the most visited because it reflects a period of time when the falls began to attract visitors from around the world.
Where people are, that's where opportunity is.
And for many, that opportunity was to create a spectacle around this wonder of the world.
You had the tightrope walkers, you had going over the falls, you had daring the rapids, you had all kinds of stuff going on here.
And that stuff created celebrity. One of the biggest names at the time was Carlisle Graham, who rode the rapids in a barrel.
Carlisle Graham, who's resting next to our Grand Dam, Annie Edson Taylor, made his living as a daredevil here and actually retired. He was really successful.
Annie Edson Taylor was also drawn to the falls by opportunity.
She was a spunky lady. It was 1901. Pan Am's in town. She was 63. She had very limited resources. She was a widow. What's she going to do for money? She was retired teacher. What's she going to do? So she's like, I have an idea. So she picked Carlisle Graham's brain on how to make a barrel. She didn't make it with her own two hands, but she designed the whole thing, and she pulled off the stunt and lived to tell the tale.
And what a tale it was, becoming not only the first woman to go over the falls in a barrel, but the first person to ever accomplish the feat. She had trouble monetizing her success, though, and had an unscrupulous business manager. She ultimately died a pauper, but her story still draws a crowd in her afterlife, among many of the giants of Niagara Falls history.
Besides daredevils, of course, which Niagara Falls is really known for, we have military leaders, we have captains of industry, we have entertainers here.
And just like Forest Lawn, the cemetery was originally laid out to be a spot of serenity and reflection, and one interesting grave is that of Holman Walsh. When he was 17 years old, he won a contest to fly his kite across the Niagara River. That kite is what helped to string the very first cable across for the first suspension bridge from the U.S. to Canada. Pretty cool stuff.